Exciting news, everyone. Big changes are underway for the Indiana Fever. The team has officially parted ways with Christie sides and welcomed Stephanie White as the new head coach. This isn't just a routine shuffle, it could very well be the catalyst that unlocks Caitlin Clark's immense potential, paving the way for championship glory. Imagine that. How often does a coaching switch promise to revolutionize a team's future? Strap in, because this pivotal move might just lead the Fever to victory in the 2025 championships. Let's rewind for a moment. Remember the buzz when Sides first stepped in? She was hailed as the long-awaited messiah for this floundering franchise. The air was thick with anticipation, fans were electrified, the players were pumped, and the front office was sure they had snagged their golden ticket. "What a day!" echoed around the halls. "A coach, this is my staff, this is you guys. This is not just my award, it belongs to all y'all." However, the excitement soon took an unexpected downturn. The team's performance didn't match expectations from the get-go. Losses accumulated quickly, dwarfing the wins, and visible frustration marred the team's spirit. But here's where things get truly captivating. It wasn't merely the losses that signaled trouble. The team's chemistry was amiss, and all eyes turned to Caitlin Clark, the shining star whose body language spoke volumes. Clark, a once-in-a-generation talent, visibly struggled with the change. Despite her efforts, the connection she had with Sides seemed strained, lacking the warmth and spark she shared with her college coaches like Lisa Bluter or the bonds she formed at events like the All-Star Game with Cheryl Miller. Watching Clark, it felt like witnessing a luminous star lose its shine, a sight both unsettling and heart-wrenching. It wasn't outright disdain, but something crucial was missing, perhaps not cold, but certainly less warm, less vibrant. This reshuffling at the Fever marks more than just a change in leadership, it represents a hopeful stride toward rekindling the team's spirit and driving them forward. With Stephanie White at the helm, a new chapter begins, filled with the promise of reaching new heights and perhaps clinching that elusive championship trophy. Stay tuned. Indiana Fever's journey towards 2025 might just redefine their legacy. Rumors about Christie Sides' future with the Indiana Fever began swirling with dizzying speed, eclipsing even Caitlin Clark's swift, no-look passes. Press conferences morphed into battlefields of tense queries and awkward silences. Team players subtly distanced themselves from Sides in interviews, scarcely uttering her name. Meanwhile, Clark's dissatisfaction became increasingly evident whenever strategy discussions arose. "My shot felt right there," she expressed, her frustration palpable. "It's so disheartening as a shooter when it feels perfect, but just doesn't materialize." That's the tough part. But as I've mentioned, I'm truly proud of how resilient our team has been. We've really fought hard. With each game, the tension mounted, visible in every sideline glance and each timeout huddle. The team was visibly splintering. Efforts to recalibrate the starting lineup to better align with Clark's dynamic play style seemed too little, too late. Following a disappointing playoff exit, the clamor for new leadership grew loud and clear. Christie Sides will not continue as head coach, was the stark announcement that followed. The pressure was reaching a crescendo, signaling that a major shift was imminent. The hopes pinned on Sides to lead the Fever to greatness were rapidly dissolving, giving way to a surreal sense of what might have been. Then, in a striking turn of events, Sides was out, her tenure cut short before the season even found its rhythm. The departure, though shocking, seemed inevitable in retrospect, and it sent waves of excitement through the fan base. Now, as we stand on the brink of a transformative era for the Fever, let's take a moment to acknowledge Christie Sides. However, brace yourselves, the narrative is only beginning to unfold. The Fever's aspirations for championship glory remain as strong as ever, now reinvigorated by a renewed commitment that could very well reshape the WNBA landscape. Are you ready for what's next? Because Indiana is set to become the heart of an electrifying WNBA storm. In an intriguing twist, Stephanie White, a former coach who once steered the Fever, is being wooed back to the helm. Let's embrace this moment of celebration. Did you catch that? The Fever aren't just seeking any coach, they're reaching back to a beloved figure with a storied past with the team. But this reunion is more than nostalgic, it's strategic. Half the league is vying for her signature, drawn to a coach whose influence could be a game changer for Clark and the Fever. What is it about White that has the basketball world abuzz? Stay tuned, as this story is far from over, and its implications for the Fever and the WNBA are profound. Step into the spotlight, Stephanie White, whose name is currently igniting the WNBA grapevine like a dazzling 4th of July fireworks display. Curious about a coach with formidable expertise? White's impressive win-loss tally of 59 and 41 has the sports world taking notice, drawing awe and admiration from all corners. But there's more to her story than mere numbers. Stephanie isn't just another coach in the league, she embodies Indiana basketball royalty. With a rich history of 11 seasons with the Fever, both as a player and as a coach, she holds a connection with the team that's undeniably genuine and deep-seated. Flashback to 2016, the last time the Fever charged into the playoffs, it was White at the helm, orchestrating every play. Think that's just happenstance? Think again. Stephanie White is a tried and true figure in the WNBA coaching landscape. Now, you might wonder if she still possesses the magic touch needed to lead today. Consider this. When Caitlin Clark shattered the all-time scoring record at Iowa, guess who was there cheering her on with heartfelt congratulations? Yes, indeed, Stephanie White. Her message was clear. Caitlin, Stephanie White here. Congratulations on breaking the scoring record. What an accomplishment on top of many other incredible feats. Best of luck on your continuing journey and future successes. But brace yourselves, the narrative twists further, resembling more twists than a pretzel factory. The Fever isn't the only team in talks with White. Oh no. The Chicago Sky and the Connecticut Sun are also fervently knocking at her door, setting the stage for a gripping bidding war. Reports from multiple league sources confirm that these three teams are fiercely vying for her commitment. The burning question remains, can the Fever secure her leadership once more? White herself exudes a hometown hero charm that's hard to overlook. Expressing her deep-rooted connection to Indiana, she shares, "Yeah, it's truly exciting. I was born and raised here, carrying immense pride for Indiana basketball and the Fever organization, both as a former player and coach. Watching the evolution of this team, despite its ups and downs, fills me with pride. I'm thrilled about the possibilities that lie ahead for the Fever." The passion Stephanie White brings could certainly ignite a spark within the team. Yet, the pivotal question looms large. Is nostalgia enough to propel this team back to its former glory? Indeed, White has the track record, the historical ties to Indiana, and an undeniable connection with the team. However, the WNBA landscape has evolved significantly. Caitlin Clark isn't merely a rookie, she's a basketball prodigy whose potential demands a coach who can not only elevate her game but also tailor the team's strategy to her unique talents. The entire franchise's direction, ranging from play style to marketing initiatives, is being meticulously crafted around Clark. So, what's your take? Could Stephanie White be the linchpin that transforms the Fever into a formidable championship contender? Or is this merely a nostalgic journey that might anchor the team in bygone days? One thing is crystal clear. With White considered part of the equation, the prospects for Indiana basketball appear more promising than ever. Yet, the ultimate test remains. Will she fulfill these lofty expectations? That's the enthralling narrative unfolding before us. Think White is facing a significant decision? The scenario is even more complex than it seems. Enter the $88 million question that's stirring up considerable buzz. We're not simply choosing a coach, we're architecting a dynasty centered around a single, transformative player. And truth be told, Clark possesses a vision so potent it could very well define the franchise's fate. So who really holds the reins in Indiana? Once again, the strategy is clear. The Fever will be shaping their organization, their playing style, their roster, and their coaching around Caitlin Clark. The insights gleaned from her feedback are poised to influence the front office's strategic decisions moving forward. Now, let's address the proverbial elephant in the room, or rather, the superstar on the court, Caitlin Clark. This venture extends beyond merely selecting a new coach. It's about forging a dynasty centered around a generational talent. Recall the buzz when Clark first signed with the Fever? Expectations soared sky high as conversations about her potential to revolutionize the franchise overnight proliferated. Today, the stakes have intensified. Every decision the Fever makes is under intense scrutiny, not just for the upcoming season, but for the strategic direction planned for the next decade, with Clark leading the charge. Here's the scoop. Caitlin Clark isn't just another rookie, she's a basketball virtuoso whose strategic vision for the game is leaps and bounds beyond that of her peers. We're talking about an athlete who anticipates passing lanes before they manifest and effortlessly sinks three-pointers from mid-court as if it were nothing. Her basketball IQ is stratospheric, and her knack for game-making plays is so profound that it leaves spectators and critics alike bewildered, asking themselves, how did she even see that coming? I'll admit, I was skeptical at first. Every time she lined up for a shot, I doubted, but time and again, she proved me wrong with her uncanny accuracy. She's not going to hit that shot, I'd say, and then bam, she nailed it. If I doubted her 10 times, and she made the shot every single time, that's when you know she's the real deal. Clark's opinion in selecting a new coach carries significant weight. This is not a player who merely executes plays. She's a pivotal force who demands a coach capable of matching and further elevating her basketball prowess. Someone who understands the nuances of her gameplay, who can truly challenge her and enhance her already stellar performance. Will Stephanie White be the one she endorses? That's the explosive possibility we're considering. Moreover, insiders reveal that Clark's insights were instrumental in the recent coaching change. Yes, that's right, the rookie wields considerable influence already, effectively holding the keys to the franchise's future direction. The feedback she provides is not just heard, but significantly shapes the decisions made by the front office. Now on to the $88 million question. What is Caitlin Clark really seeking in her next coach? Is she looking for someone who allows her the freedom to dominate on the court? Or is she searching for a mentor who can finely tune her already impressive skills? And more importantly, can Stephanie White meet these expectations? While White has openly lauded Clark's capabilities in the competitive arena of this league, praise alone won't suffice. White must demonstrate that she possesses the strategic acumen to fully leverage Clark's talents and cultivate a culture of victory. But let's not forget, Caitlin Clark is a basketball savant. She perceives the game in a way few others can. So hold on to your seats, everyone, because we're on the brink of peering into the future. Picture this. It's 2025. Caitlin Clark is at the zenith of her career, and the Fever? They're not just competitors, they're a burgeoning dynasty. It might sound like a stretch, but it's not just the fans who are envisioning this. Top analysts and insiders within the basketball community foresee this potential unfolding. What then is the secret ingredient that could transform this ambitious vision into a tangible reality? Yet here's the reality. Achieving championship success transcends merely possessing a superstar. For the Indiana Fever to scale those lofty heights, it's imperative to have the right coach at the helm, one who can harness Caitlin Clark's extraordinary abilities and amplify them, crafting a team culture so robust that it sends ripples of apprehension throughout the league. Make no mistake, I'm confident when I say we're clinching the title this year. Watch out, because Caitlin Clark is set to dominate. Bear in mind, Caitlin Clark isn't your ordinary rookie. She's a once-in-a-generation phenomenon with a basketball intellect that dazzles even the most seasoned observers. The onus is on the new coach to match pace with Clark's brilliance, to elevate her game and challenge her like never before. The clock is indeed ticking for the Indiana Fever. Strategic missteps at this juncture could relegate the team to a historical footnote akin to the Monkees rather than reaching the iconic status of the Beatles. The stakes are exceptionally high. Fever's management is acutely aware of the golden opportunity before them. They possess not just a burgeoning superstar, but also a fan base clamoring for triumph and the focused gaze of the entire league. Every decision from this point forward has the potential to tip the scales between lifting the championship trophy in 2025 or merely spectating from the sidelines. So, basketball aficionados, strap in. The upcoming weeks promise to be nothing short of exhilarating. Will the Fever's ambitious vision for 2025 materialize, or will it dissolve into just another fever dream? One thing is crystal clear. With Caitlin Clark playing and a new visionary coach directing, the future of basketball in Indiana shines with unprecedented promise.